what I'd like to talk about today is Hive Legal, which is the firm that I work for. It is a new law firm, and I'll speak more about what that entails as I go through today. Hive Legal was set up by a small number of principals who had come from top-tier law firms in early 2014. And the idea behind setting up Hive Legal was really to start from scratch. If you were to design a law firm without all of the things that law firms have developed in the past or used in the past, to actually start again and work out what elements you would bring in to that law firm and design it from scratch. And the way that they did that was to look at various elements of legal firm models from overseas, including the UK and mostly from the US. The vision that they agreed on at the start of this was to develop a truly contemporary and innovative legal solutions provider, which improved the experience for clients and the firm's team as well. So over 2 years that we've been operating, the firm has grown from 6 to over 30 employees, of which around 25 are lawyers. We have a number of casual lawyers and that work with us as well as our permanent lawyers and staff. And we also draw on a network of firms that we work with as well, and also an international network as well, Mackerel International. It's fair to say that clients have really embraced the way that we've approached the provision of legal services, and the firm's now acting for a number of well-known large Australian corporates, both on large transactions and business as usual day-to-day work as well. The team has grown, the firm has grown, and we've also been recognised in a number of different fronts by awards. The Law Institute of Victoria named us Law Firm of the Year for this year for under 20 partners, and we've also been recognised for our employee health and wellbeing, winning a number of awards in those categories as well. So to give you an idea of how we work, and I think the first thing I'd like to say is that there is a bit of a misnomer in terms of what new law means, and it is a broad church. There are a number of different new law models. Some work on a more of a resourcing basis in terms of providing lawyers to the clients and on secondment type arrangements. Some are much more technology based in the way that they work. Hive Legal is a corporate and commercial firm, and from that point of view, we really do act as normal firms do in terms of providing advice and acting for our clients in some ways in the traditional sense. But it's the way that we approach it and the way that we're set up that really makes us a new law firm and an innovative firm. And I think there are 4 different areas where we are different from that point of view, and I'll go into these in more detail. But it's the contemporary way of working that we've embraced. It's pricing, having a value pricing model rather than an hourly time-based pricing model. Collaboration, both internally and externally. And also innovation and technology and how we use that for us internally and for our clients as well. So to start off with the contemporary working, as you can see, I'm working from home today. We do have bricks and mortar. We have an office, a small office in the CBD in Melbourne, and that has a collaborative working area and also some meeting rooms. But we have set up the firm so that our staff, and that's all staff, can work whenever and wherever they want. So we've got a cloud-based system and we can choose to work from home, we can choose to work from the office. For me, I mostly choose to work from home, but a number of our staff will work from the office and mix it up that way. We are a paperless office as well, and that assists us in working flexibly that way because we always have access to the files and everything that we need through the systems. So in terms of the way that we work, it's very much a flexible and contemporary way of working as well. pricing, which feeds into this, is that we do not time record. We don't have time sheets. We don't work on an hourly rates basis for the majority of the work that we do, or the vast majority of the work that we do. We value price, so we will collaborate with our clients to, at the start of a matter, to work out what price is going to work for them, what price is going to work for us, and we'll fix that price with very few assumptions, if any, and proceed on that basis. What we have found from our staff's point of view and from our client's point of view is it gives complete certainty in terms of pricing. It means that our lawyers can get on and do the work without the distraction of the timesheets or how long they're spending on a matter. So we're really looking at concentrating on the outputs and the outcomes for the clients rather than the time that it takes to do it. It's really rewarding efficiencies and outcomes as opposed to the time that it takes to do things. We've also found that has really assisted our pricing approach and our contemporary working approach have really assisted us in terms of creating a very diverse team. The flexibility that it gives means that we've been able to entice people back into the law, people who've had other endeavours that they've embarked on. We have one senior lawyer who was with a top-tier firm who wanted to pursue writing. She's become a very successful author, but also wanted to still use her legal skills. So this flexibility has meant that she can come back and practice as well as balancing other things that she does in her life as well. We've also attracted a retired partner from a top-tier firm back in as well to work with us. So the flexibility and this approach is really assisting us with diversity within the team. In terms of collaboration, as I said before, we collaborate. There is a huge focus on collaboration. We collaborate internally. We really have encouraged camaraderie in the team, and it takes work to do that because we are, a lot of us, working virtually and we're not always coming together. So we really try to ensure that we have regular staff meetings and come together as much as we can to keep that camaraderie together and working as a team. But the other side of the collaboration is collaborating with our clients and our network as well, and we are very much focused on getting the right, working together to make these arrangements work for us and our clients. In terms of innovation and technology, we, being an innovative firm to start off with, innovation is really in our DNA. So we really don't want to just we haven't just created a model and, right, this is innovative. We really want to keep going with that innovation, and that innovation spans across how we work internally and how we can do things better internally. And very importantly, how we can work with our clients to help them be more innovative as well. So some of the things that we've done have involved artificial intelligence and technology, including development of apps and that type of thing. And what we're finding is that the new generation of law graduates coming through, of which we've got 3, have this amazing combination of skills, including coding and obviously the great legal skills as well. And they're very much involved with working with our senior lawyers and principals to develop apps. We've recently developed one for the superannuation industry on breach reporting. So that very innovative culture is working really well across the board for our lawyers and for our clients. But we don't just limit that innovation to the use of technology. We also look at how we can be more innovative internally as well, and other systems that we can use. Our pricing is probably a good example for that as well, in terms of us working with clients to work out the best way to not just price, but also to ensure that there is a seamless way of pricing as well. One of the things that we've done there is, with a number of clients, developed fixed fee menus. So we work out the pricing beforehand, and with that out of the way, everyone's on the same page in terms of how much our services are going to cost for certain types of work. So I think those four elements really explain how we work at Hive and why we see ourselves as a new law firm, because they are very different ways of working, and they all combine to really produce a good result, both for our team of lawyers and staff and also for our clients as well.
Look, thank you for that. That's very, very thorough. We have a few questions we'd like to ask you. What are the challenges of a firm such as yours? I've heard a lot of positive news. Are there any challenges that you're facing? And if so, what are they?
Yes, I think one of the challenges is what I touched on initially, and that is clients and probably the profession actually understanding what we are as a firm and how we work, because it is very different. And there have been some confusion around what new law firms are, and as I said, they're very, very different. And for us, we have to work hard at explaining exactly how we work and how it is different, and that we're not necessarily the same as some of the other new law firms out there. I think with any startup, it's a lot of work, and one of the things that we see is that we pride ourselves on, that because of our size and because of the way that we work, we can be more agile. But I think it takes hard work to be agile as well, because you're constantly changing. So that's one of the challenges as well as we've gone through things.
The young lawyers that you employ in your firm, how do they undergo training? Are they learning on the job as they go, and do they hit the ground running, or is there a fair lead time for them before they're up and running as productive lawyers?
We actually started a program the year before that, I think shortly after we started, which was actually employing a group of undergraduates to start off with, to give them the experience of being in the firm, and obviously to assist us as well. So and some of those are continuing on with the firm as well. I can give an example of a graduate that has been working with us previously, is continuing to work with us. Our junior lawyers and graduates are getting hands-on experience. They are meeting with clients, and they are working very closely with our principals on major matters as well. So it is a very hands-on approach to their training, and I think they are probably closer to the coalface than many graduate lawyers in other firms.
And do you use freelance lawyers, or are all the lawyers in your firm employees of the firm?
No, we have a casual network of lawyers as well. One of the aspects of our model is that we are infrastructure light, so we only really have fixed costs where we see that there's going to add value to the clients, and that allows us to flex up and flex down when we need to, depending on on what work we are doing at the time. So our casual lawyers network is very important to us, not only because it gives us the opportunity to be flexible, to flex up and flex down, but it also gives us the opportunity to draw in the specific skill sets that we need for specific matters and specific client needs as well. So we do have.
So that they can work for other firms or on their own if they wish to.
Yes, definitely. And we're finding that there are a lot of lawyers out there who really value being able to work in that way as well.
Actually, I do have one more question. Yours is a commercial firm. Do you do any litigation? And if you do, do you value bill the litigation? And if you do value bill the litigation, how does it work?
No, no, we're not a disputes litigation firm. We have litigation and disputes firms and lawyers that we will refer that work to, but not at this stage.
Have you thought about that, value billing for litigation, whether that's possible?
Yes, I have personally, because I was a litigator. I think it is possible. I think it is possible. I think it. If you unbundle the work enough and can work out the outcomes that you're looking for, I think it can be done.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you for that. It's a really interesting insight into Hive, which has obviously got looking at lots of new ways of working, which is what today's all about. A practical question, again, tied to the billing side of things. The value pricing, I can see, the benefits to both the legal team and the clients. And there are other firms that offer value billing, but a lot of other firms that do, they still time record for the purpose of being able to assess the production cost and to inform their pricing and all that sort of stuff. But your firm doesn't. So how does your firm go about sort of understanding the production costs in order to inform the pricing? Is there another metric you guys look at? Or?
We do. Look, I think it goes back to how we actually work out what the pricing is at the start. And I should say too, that there are occasions when we will we have done hourly rates, but that's at the client's request, and we've looked at that, and we're doing less than 5% of our matters on hourly rates. At the start of the matters, we really that's when all of the hard work is done in terms of value pricing. So in terms of the metrics around it and looking at the production, our operators, our principals are all very senior and have had a lot of experience in working out how long something might take, but also what's involved in the outcome of it. So all of the hard work in terms of working out the pricing is done at the start with the client, and there is an element of risk for us. There's no doubt about that, and we continue to learn as we go along, and it's very much what we do in terms of assessing as we go with each matter at the end to see whether or not it has actually worked for us or it hasn't, and we continually build that information in as we go along.